Welcome, exiles! Today I bring you Sirus on Awakener level 8, clear with my 1v0 Cyclone Gladiator build. Now the build is perfect for this, it does a lot of damage, has decent amount of defenses, everything is fine and dandy. However, I am not that great at Sirus, because I haven't played last season and this is my first time on Sirus Awakener level 8. And unfortunately it's a bit harder than on previous Awakener levels, and I got killed once. So yeah, like, I didn't avoid something that I probably should have had. I popped my flasks when I shouldn't have because I panicked, and I could have used the flask for additional damage and removing curses at the end of the fight to burst him down, but I popped them in the previous stage when I had to move away from him and my flasks were wasted. So yeah, like, don't look at this as an example of how to do Sirus. Watch somebody else's video if you wanna learn how to clear Sirus, and once I'm actually good at it and I know all the phases, I might make the video as I understand everything. At the moment, like, there are few things where I'm not like 100% sure what I should be doing, and I managed to kill him, but it's not like a perfect kill, so yeah. But still, you can see an example of just how much damage it does, what we can tank and what we cannot. Obviously we cannot face tank everything, but most of the stuff will not kill us. Those, like, you'll see just now, I'll probably take one of these meteors, but I popped Molten Shell in the right time, so it doesn't do almost any damage to me. So if you kind of pop the Molten Shell in the right time, that's why I'm not doing custom damage taken with Molten Shell. I'm just casting it whenever I need it, and I think it's kind of better that way, because you have opportunity, like, you have empty slots to cast it yourself. You're not doing anything else, so you might as well have that one extra button as a panic in some situations. You can see that it wasn't that much of damage with Molten Shell on, but yeah, like, it's nothing that crazy. I mean, it can survive pretty much anything to this point, but I got one-shotted by a laser that Sirus does, and then he blopped something on top of it with, like, some meteor thingy. I'm not sure, but it hurt like crazy. And for now we can see the damage. It's kind of fine. Unfortunately, as if you're playing Cyclone, you cannot keep your cursor always on top of him, so you cannot really see the damage all the time. Maybe I should have put the bars on top that show the health of enemies. You can see that that meteor didn't kill me, but I had to panic and press my potions, which probably wasn't, like, necessary. I could have just pressed Molten Shell and should have been enough, and save flasks for later on. Somehow the flask actually did fill back up in between phases. I didn't know about that, but apparently they do, which is kind of cool. So you can pop them, but I'm not sure in what's, like, the best timing to pop your flasks. So feel free, like, to comment in the comment section below what I'm doing wrong. I want to learn. If I'm doing something that's completely wrong, please tell me. At least I managed to kill him, like, that's, like, fine, but I wanna, like, be better at it and, like, not worry about it. But unfortunately, like, to spawn him, it takes so long, and it's really boring if you're just running to the end of the map so you can clear the map as soon as possible. You just spawn Sirus, and then you're just wasting maps because you can alch it, you can chisel it if you're doing tier 16s, you can maybe add some sextants and get a whole bunch of stuff out of that map. But if you're doing it that way, you're going to be clearing that map and adding, like, few minutes on top of that. so you will take forever to spawn Sirus, and that's how I like playing my maps. And I'm not going to specifically farm Sirus like I did today, because it's boring to do it that way. I wasted, I don't know, maybe 30 maps, like just going from start to end as soon as possible. I like finish the map in a minute or so, and then like so I can spawn Sirus. And you have to do like, there's 4 Elder Slayers, and if you're not lucky, each one might take 16 maps, which is a lot of maps. So it should take maybe 50 maps to spawn him, and like depending on your RNG, maybe less, maybe more, but still 50 maps, it's kinda a lot, I guess. If we wanna focus farm Sirus, though the drops are pretty juicy. I got that Awakener orb for 2.5 exiles, and yeah, that's kinda cool. And there are some drops that are GG and worth 20 exiles, maybe even more, so it's definitely worth farming him. Like, at this stage, I really am not sure where I'm supposed to be standing. I mean, if I face him to, like, do the damage, because my Cyclone is really small, I have to stand in front of him, and then he will shoot me with his laser, which is, like, I'm not sure. And this phase, can I actually damage him in this phase? I'm, like, not 100% sure which one I'm supposed to be hitting. I think the one that's brightest can take damage, another are illusions, as far as I figured it out. I'm not sure, but this stage really, like, messes with me. I'm not sure if I can face tank him or not like that. Apparently I could. And this laser, if I take it, like, if I don't have flasks, my health goes really fast down. It's probably has some curses, poison, or elemental stuff. I'm not sure what it has, but if I pop my anti-curse, anti-blood flask, anti-freeze flask, if I have them, it's kinda not that big of a deal if that hits me. It's probably not supposed to hit me at all. Like, it probably one-shots most of the builds, like that. You have to have something really insane to be able to survive that. But apparently you can if you have flasks. I've survived it once, I think, before, but this time around I simply didn't have flasks, so yeah. But I think that was on a lower Awakener level, so maybe I'm not supposed to be able to survive that here. I'm not sure, but still, like, that laser kinda, when there are 4 lasers running around, I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, this stage, where am I supposed to be standing? And you kinda, like, like, there are some of those ground thingies, you have to avoid those. You have to avoid maybe those lasers that are spinning, and then the only place to stand is to face tank him, and he's shooting lasers. So I really wasn't sure if I can stand in front of him, but apparently I can. So yeah, I have to learn this fight quite a bit more to be proficient at it. I apparently couldn't do it in the first try, which is probably, like, I don't think most of the people will do it on the first try, but yeah, like, one that is kind of fine, I guess. So I got Awakener orb. Other things are not that expensive, like this Awaken gem costs 20 chaos. That other helmet is worthless. I really want to figure out if I can use it in some build. It looks pretty interesting, and those 2 yellow rare stuff is not really expensive. Ivory wash stones, I really want to get a few of those to socket and do like full ivory, full sextant, full everything maps. And this Awakener orb is 2.4 exiles, I think. So that's kind of pretty nice of a drop once you manage to spawn Sirus, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, like, we went and did Sirus. Next I wanna try to do Elder and Shaper. I haven't done those in ages, but I know those fights much better than Sirus, so it should be way easier than Sirus, I think. but we'll see, and I wanna just push this build and see what it can do. So guys, this is all for this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.